What's up guys, ATCG here, welcome back to Yugioh Deck of the Day. Today we're doing one of my favorite new decks that has come out in a long time. I think in these deck building packs recently, Konami just hasn't been doing a great work in giving us good archetypes, but this, I think it's one of the decks that can actually win a lot. And I'm talking about Dragonmaids, because they're dragons, they have the generic support that you can use with them, so they can use the engine to get out a lot of big enough monsters. But the engine is actually good on its own, and I'm going to show you exactly how the deck works in this video. So, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to our channel if you want to see more, comment down below which decks you want to see next, and now let's begin. We start off with 3 Tilru. Upon summon, she searches a Dragonmaid monster, and then you discard the Dragonmaid monster. This is pretty good because you can search the one that helps you special summon more from the hand, so you can spam the field and bring monsters back from the grave with another monster I'm going to show you later. And all the level 3 Dragonmaids, during the start of the battle phase, they return from the field to the hand, and you can special summon level 8 Dragonmaid from your hand or graveyard. And the level 2 Dragonmaids, you can get them back and then special summon level 7, so that's how you accumulate advantage with the deck you tag out at the start of every battle phase. 3 Parla. On summon, she sends a Dragonmaid card from your deck to the grave, so you can send your fusion spell as well, which you can then use its effect, in its grave effect, to bounce a Dragonmaid from your field to your hand and get it back from your graveyard to your hand, so you can fusion summon, and that's how you send the fusion spell or your other dragons to the grave. 3 Nazari. On summon, she special summons level 4 or lower from the grave. That's how you bring a lot of monsters on the field. You special summon her either with revival effect or the effect of the Dragonmaid that you discard to special summon from the hand, or you can special summon this with Heavenly Spheres during your opponent's turn after you use the bounce effect. You special summon either Teal Royal Power from the grave, you send another card from your deck to the grave, and at the start of the battle phase you tag out for the dragons, so your Nazari goes back to your hand, so during the next turn you can normal summon her again to bring another monster back from the grave, and that's how the deck actually can get a lot of advantage. It's actually really crazy once the deck starts get going. For the big Dragonmaids, play 1 Ernest. As a quick effect, you special summon her, you discard her to special summon a level 4 lower Dragonmaid from your hand. That's how you spam a lot of monsters, and she's a level 7. And for the level 8, I play 1 Lore Power. You discard her to target a monster your opponent controls, and on that turn cannot activate its effects. So that's how you play around negates going second. And I think playing only 1 and 1 of each level is actually the correct thing, because playing multiples means that you will end up with a lot of bricky hands. You just need 1 of each level in order to be able to tag out both Nazari and Tilur and Parla. I play a small rocket engine, 1 Tracer, because it gives you access to Savage Dragon, and that's how the deck actually wants to play. It goes first, tries to bring out 2 to 3 negates, and then you cannot K during your opponent's turn. With Tracer, you special summon your Silver Rocket, because this is the biggest rocket you can special summon with your Tracer. It has 1900. Its effect to, when it's targeted by a link, I hardly ever use it, but it's mainly here to have another level 4 to special summon with Tracer so you can go into Savage. I play 1 Phalanx, because I usually add with Romulus Dragonity Divine Lance, so I can then equip it to Romulus, equip Phalanx onto Romulus. Phalanx, when it's equipped, special summons itself, and it's another dragon, so you can go into an LPAPST. And there's a combo I will show you at the end of the video, where with 2 cards, you can bring out 2 negates, and if you have more, you can bring out 3 negates. 1 Darkness Metal, because it's a Dragon Link based deck, you need your Darkness Metal in order to be able to extend. 1 Tempest, you can send this with Foolish, Shrine, Ravine, have another extra extender, and if you draw it, you actually play wind monsters, you can discard them and search whichever dragon you need. You play Lore Power and 3 Parlor, so you can special summon, so you can discard it and bring out metal and special summon it, bring back anything you discarded. 1 Goliath, this is here for when you use Heavenly Spheres effect, you use effect, bounce something, then you special summon this from the deck, and if you want to do this combo against your opponent, you end up with Heavenly Spheres and 38 instead of Heavenly Spheres and Savage. There are some hands that you can summon all 3, but it's not very consistent in doing that, but bringing out 2 of them is actually really consistent, so you can protect your Goliath with 38's effect of redirecting its attacks on itself. 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon, this wins in the hand of the graveyard, and you have 2 or more light or dark dragons on the field, you can special summon it, and then as an ignition effect, you can make all monsters you control on the field level 8, so you use this to go into 38, and you can bring this add with your LP or send to the grave with any of your dump effects. And for the hand traps, I play 3 Ash, because this format has very much variety. I think playing the most generic hand traps in the main deck is actually the correct way to go, and you can side accordingly depending on what you're playing against. Now for the spells, 3 Hospitality. This brings a Dragonmaid from your hand or your graveyard and sends the according attribute with a different level from your deck to the grave. So it's actually it's a Foolish and a Monster Reborn, and you usually bring back Nazari, and you bring back another monster with Nazari's effect. I play a lot of revival spells in the deck along with Hospitality because of the 2-card combo I will show you during the end of the video. So that's my thing, where Legacy Guard Dragon is a must-have 3. And also the effect to change your columns is actually really important because there are some hands where you can bring out Romulus and just LP so you don't have 2 markers, but if you move LP, then you can use her effect. And 1 Monster Reborn because it serves the same purpose, but it's a lot more generic. Unfortunately, it's at 1, so if it was more, then I would play more. The fusion spell of the deck, Changeover. You either hard draw this, or you send this with your Parla to the grave, then return the Dragonmaid from your field to your hand, and you get this to your hand as well. Then you fusion summon into Housekey. Once the new Dragonmaid support comes out, not only you will be able to search this with Chamber Dragonmaid, but you will also have a better monster to summon than Housekey. You will summon her Dragon form, Stral, and then have a negation on the field, and once you use Stral's effect, it will go back to the extra deck and special summon your Housekey from the extra deck, so you get a lot more value, but until then I'll have to play with just this. 1 Divine Lance, the usual search target with your Romulus. I also play Ravine, of course, in case I actually draw Lance, but this is the most generic target because you will get your Phalanx and have another dragon. 3 Quick Launch, because sometimes if you have this in your hand, you can special summon your Galactic Spiral instead with LP, and this is one of the ways you can get to both 38 and Savage on the field, because if you open this with either your full combo, or if you open a Foolish or a Shrine, then you can either send your Galactic Spiral and bring out the other one from the deck with your LP, or if you open it with Quick Launch, you special summon Galactic Spiral from the deck and bring your Rocket Tracer with Quick Launch to the field. Foolish to send your either Tempest or your Galactic Spiral. Same thing with Dragon Shrine, but these cards actually help you with filling your grave with monsters to bring out with Nazari, so you can bring more monsters to the field. 1 Dragon Ravine, in case I have to search it if I already have my Divine Lance, so I can send another monster to the grave. And 3 Call by the Grave, because it's a combo deck, you want to make sure that your plays go through. This deck actually doesn't get hurt by draw, which is the most played hand trap right now in the meta, but Ash on LP still hurts a lot, so that's why you need to make sure that it goes through. And for the extra deck, 2 Housekey. You can summon this with a fusion spell. You use any Dragonmaid and any Dragon monster. On the standby phase, you can target another Dragonmaid you control, special summon 1 from your hand or grave with a level, with 1 level higher or 1 level lower. And once a dragon returns from your field to your hand, then you can pop a monster on the field. So you can either use that with Tempest effect when it returns to the hand, but the most usual thing is you have her on the field with a bunch of Dragonmaids. At the start of the battle phase, they all tag out. So each time a Dragonmaid will return to your hand, you will get to pop a monster. So you can actually pop multiple monsters because they are not in the same chain. 1 Savage for the Rockets, 38. You can summon this with Galactic Spiral. 1 Striker Dragon. I don't run the Boot Sector launch. I don't use this in this deck to be able to special summon the Rockets because the Rocket Engine is very small. If you want to run a bigger Rocket Engine, I would recommend playing it. But the reason Striker Dragon is here is because when you summon your Parla or your Tilru, you want to be able to send it to the grave, so the Nazari you added or sent to the grave will be able to have a target in the grave to bring back so you can get more monsters on the field. LP, special summon from the deck. Beastie, special summon from the grave. Romulus. With this, I make the most use out of Romulus because not only I have the possibility to add both cards that has the Dragon Ravine or Dragoon Spell and Trap, but I also use the second effect. When you special summon a link monster on its marker, you can special summon a monster from your hand. It cannot be used as link material and cannot activate its effect this turn, but I usually will use it for either Xyz or Synchro material. I play 2 Heavenly Spheres because you will summon 1 during the first turn during the combo, but when you grind out, then you will need to be able to bring out the other one. And you can either special summon your Goliath with its second effect to lock your opponent from the extra deck, or if Goliath is not relevant in a certain matchup, then you usually bring out Nazari. Nazari will special summon another one from the grave. You will both tag out, so you will get a lot of pluses with this. 1 Quad Boreal. This is for when your only plays your Quick Launch, so you can special summon this, discard a card, pop itself, bring back the 2 Rockets, and then summon Savage, so you can have a link in the grave, so Savage can have some negates. Triple Burst. This is for when I have only LP and Romulus on the field and I cannot use LP's effect. If there's a way to send Tempest to the grave, then I can link Romulus and Tempest in the Triple Burst so I can have markers to use LP's effect. And the second effect is not that bad. 1 Boral Sword, because it's very easy to summon this and I cannot decay. 1 Borload, mainly because Spiral Sleeper is in the format, so you will need to have an out to it, otherwise you're going to auto-lose. And 1 Scaldred. With some certain hands, you can actually try to dig for your either your Quick Launch or your Called by the Graves in order to be able to stop some hand traps, or you can special someone from the hand to give more extenders, and of course it's a dragon, so it's material for your Heavenly Spheres. So I'm going to show you the 2-card combo. You either need a Parla or a Tilru, and any revival spell, so I'm going to go with Hospitality. You normal summon your Parla, and you send your Nazari to the graveyard. And that's when you need your Striker Dragon, because you're going to link away your Parla to bring out Striker. And that's why you need to put your Parla in the grave, because when you use your Hospitality and you bring back your Nazari, your Hospitality has a second effect, so you can send your urns to the grave, but you don't need that for the combo, it's just an extra bonus. But Nazari, when summoned, you can special someone from the grave, so you bring back this, so that's why you need to link it away for Striker. And then you use these two to summon your Romulus. And with Romulus, you get to search your Divine Lance. And Divine Lance can equip your Phalanx, and Phalanx will special summon itself, and now you have 2 dragons, so you can go into LP Pisti. And now you use LP's effect. And this is where you can do both things. You can do, actually you know one or the other, or it depends on your hand. You will special summon your Tracer, and then because you need to, Tracer locks you, you will summon your Heavenly Spheres first, and you use this goes to the grave because Romulus was in the grave. You pop your Pisti, you special summon your Tracer, and you Synchro into your Savage, and you equip your Romulus. So you get a bounce, you get a negate, and once this is distributed, you will special summon either a Goliath to prevent your opponent from summoning the extra deck, but I recommend doing that if you went for your 38 instead of your Savage. If you have your Savage, you can special summon your Nazari, and you will bring back with a Nazari your Parla. You will send the level 8 dragon, so you will tag them both out in terms of the battle phase. And if you have a way to send your Galactic Spiral Dragon to the grave, either a Ravine, a Foolish, or a Shrine, or you have hard drawn your Galactic Spiral, then you can bring both 38 on the field. And if you've drawn Quick Launch, instead of all that, you will special summon Galactic Spiral from the deck with LP and Quick Launch Tracer, so you can bring both 38 and Savage. So that's the combo. I think it's pretty cool that the deck can do so much with just 2 cards. There are plenty of ways to do the same combo to end with multiple negates, and that's why you try to OTK your opponent afterwards. So yep, that's the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. If you like the video, please leave a like. It really helps us. Comment down below, tell us any deck you would like to see. We will try to give any deck profile as much as we can, and we'll see you next time.